Hey, School Bus here with what I believe is the second ace tanker I have in the M41 Blackdog. Sorry, M41-90 Blackdog. I don't play this tank as much as I should, and I won't lie, I had broken it back out and was playing it a few games. I can't tell you exactly how many I'd played before this one. Actually, hold on, let me look that up. Okay, looked it up. This was my 5th game after breaking it back out from a hiatus of probably a good month or two, and even the last time I'd played it, it was probably a one-off type of thing. Maybe on one of the live streams I played it. But at any rate, it is a solid light tank. You can check out things 4Tankers and Dog has done about this thing. It really is a great single-shot, non-auto loading Tier 8 light tank. And one of its tricks has to do with the fact that, keep in mind, even though this is a 4190, an American tank, this is actually a representation of what the post-World War II Western German army had used. And one of the unique things in World of Tanks is that it carries the HEP ammo. So instead of your usual HE, it has a high explosive and it's a higher penetrating HE round. And well placed into the light armor of certain mediums and light tanks and certainly artillery and TDs, this thing can be really lethal. And it jumps your alpha from 240 for your 90mm gun up to 320 as your alpha. So big jump in your alpha capability so long as you're able to place that shot well. One of the big differences between the Blackdog and the regular American 4190 is that Blackdog has a 90mm gun, whereas the 4190 has a 76mm gun. And you can generally attribute some of the strengths of the Blackdog to the fact that because it was a premium tank that existed prior to the light tank apocalypse, when all the light tanks were restructured, allowing for a Tier 10 variant, the Blackdog maintained everything that it had prior and still be a Tier 8 tank. So it, along with 1357, tend to be a bit OP. Oh, and I should mention the Type 64. They're a bit OP for their tier, and you could almost argue that they should be competing at one tier higher. Now, it's not entirely the case. I would not want the 4190 to be fighting at Tier 9. That would be a bit rough for it. But anyway, that's part of the reason why you see the strengths on this thing. So in this game here, let's jump to the action in front of us. We're making a strong push on the 0 line. And at this point now I'm moving to the inside here. I mean, early on I was just trying to spot things, then went into kind of a combat mode, and now I'm going back into a bit of a reconnaissance mode where I can watch what's going on the inside here. And I'm just waiting for my opportunity to advance, stay low, and cut along the swamp below the enemy guns. And here we go. This is that moment. That moment we've waited for. Not seeing anything over there, I decided to jump across and try and push this side. I'll let the E25 check out the inside. And now, got a couple of guys here on the run. Thought I could get that shot, but didn't. Now, let's see if I can get over here and tuck in behind this guy. He fires, so he's no longer my worry, but my worry is his allies could be shooting at me. So I'm ready to use him as cover, but then I don't need to. Oh, well, okay, maybe I should have, because now I took a shot from the E25. And what surprises me about this game is how slowly things build in terms of my stats. So I'm sitting right now shy of 1,000 damage, and I'm one tick short of 2,000 spotting. So that spotting work I did early on is paying off. And if there's any advice I give to new and upcoming light tank players, it's that early on in the game, conserve your hit points, don't do anything stupid, but get the spotting and assistance points early on. And then later in the game, go into more of a mop-up mode and put your DPM to use. That's particularly true with the autoloaders, but it applies to the single-shot tanks such as this. And I will admit, my playstyle, I prefer that of the autoloaders versus single-shot. And I really have to watch myself in how I play a single-shot tank like this, because I tend to be too aggressive. With a 13, I guess it'd be the 1375 would be the tier for tier equivalent. I would utilize my damage potential, and I'd jump into a situation and like isolate a tank like we have here, and I would just go in and boom, 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 fire off my 4 shells, and then run. And that may be an OP tank, but when it's facing another OP tank, 1357 doesn't look so good. But the autoloaders give you such a very specific skill set. It's very easy to articulate. Well, you isolate an enemy, you go in, you dump your shells, and run. To articulate what you do with a single shot is a little less specific, and it's much more situational, and you have to know when to press your advantage and when not to. I have a tendency to go into aggressive with single shot tanks like this. So now those of you who are just listening, we're up to 2,950, one tick short of that, in damage now. So I've I've basically tripled my damage since the last time I called this out. Oh, now it's up to 3,184. And then I've got 2,300 spotting. I was not expecting this to be a very solid game until just in these last 2 minutes. And it was the ability to do a bunch of damage to that 1357. That gave me the better part of 1,000 damage. And then I had a chance to farm damage on the side of that British TD. And now we're done with the game. It's mastery, and I'm shocked when I was playing this live. But yeah, we broke into the 3,000s, about 3,200 damage done. And then assistance was, let's see, what did that total come in at? 2,400 assistance. So yeah, really solid game. The damage dealt, almost half of it, the 1,300 or so, was done at 300 meters or more, which you don't get to do that a lot with a light tank. And sometimes when you're doing that with a light tank means that you're not playing the tank correctly because you're playing it as a TD. I don't think that argument can be made for this game here, but I suppose take from it what you will. So anyway, thanks for checking this out. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. If you are liking the channel overall, hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so you're aware of when there's live streams or new videos coming out, and help keep you engaged with the channel. And tell your friends. I don't do a lot of promoting for the channel, so you are my promoters. Have a great day. See you later.